Good evening, folks. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening or good night, as the case may be. Getting started late tonight because. Been one of those days. Long work day, lots of just feeling tired, long week as usual. Nice dinner with the family, though. I have not been able to eat spicy food for like 10 years without getting royally sick. And for some reason lately it changed. I've been kind of playing with it, and I found out I can have like Thai curry, I can have some Mexican food. Tonight we opted for the curry. So yep, getting started a little later than usual, but we'll go ahead and make the most of our time here. I think I'm already mostly set up in terms of what I'm wearing. Alright, let's just head back here. See how the kid's doing. Yeah, I hope you had a good week. Starting off your weekend right. Hope you're planning something fun, or at least restful, for the weekend. And if not, I hope it goes well anyway. Alright, let's do the basic setup. So really, I think there are two things we're going to look at doing tonight. I would have been doing Meat Week. That's what's been going on all week. Apparently, they've had a bunch of bugs with it, where it's not giving out the awards it's supposed to. So I think they brought the aliens back for a while. That's what I heard from my wife, who is way better informed on this kind of stuff than I am. I just show up and shoot things. She actually pays attention and talks to people. Let's see, let's go to the dailies, see what we got. Little floor, wall, or roof in a workshop or camp. Select legendary script, that should be a pretty easy one. Complete the event, yeah, invaders from beyond. Okay, craft or scrap a piece of power armor. That'll be one of the first things we do, I think. Take a camera picture of an alien enemy. Not especially fond of that one, only because it doesn't work very well. Couple times I've tried to go and do that. So here's the other thing. I was just a little ways away from completing the weekly thing with Meat Week. They had a weekly goal of, do this like 5 times, and tonight would have been 4, I think. So I wouldn't have finished it, but still, now I got nothing. Yeah, that's it. They took some weekly stuff off because of the change. Oh well. Let's go look for some power armor. And right before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and kill the music. Still no idea what happened with Twitch last week. Also no idea if it's happening again right now, honestly. Technical issues galore. Really. Alright, there's no fade on that. Like when I'm playing stuff off of certain sources, I can fade the volume and it sounds nicer. I like the production value on these things, you know? And yeah, just where I'm playing that from, you can't do that. I don't think... Oh, I do have my phone. Let's take a look and see how Twitch is doing. Which first I'm going to turn that down. Very conveniently pulls up my stream. Yep. So it showed a picture for a second. Now I'm seeing a blank screen. Twitch, what are you doing, man? There are no warnings. It shows the picture in the little window. Why are you blank? Hey, Flying Squid. Yeah, I know. Same here. That's what I'm looking at. Nice emojis. That's cool. No, I've got no idea what's going on. I've got no warnings or anything. So you can also see it on YouTube and on Twitter, of all things. They actually do that now, so I'm broadcasting there. Yeah, I got no idea. I'm going to report an issue here real quick, and then I'll just get back to the stream. We'll get it going. That's a little annoying, isn't it? Oh, there's an option on the report an issue for videos completely black. Like, maybe they know what this is. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. It's a nice way to start off the evening. Oh, gosh. All right, so you can... I believe it's been a while, but I'm going to give this a try. Head over to chat. And do, for example, YouTube. Yeah, there we go. It's a little broken, but... oh, well. I think the URL is correct, at least. Gosh, I hope so. Something better work tonight. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good night. And hopefully you can see something on YouTube, at least. I haven't checked that one. So we'll do basically turn the whole thing into a podcast tonight with the Sounds of 76, which actually sounds like a real podcast title, if you ask me. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're going after the power armor. A couple different places we can get that. Let's go to the Drafton Dam. That's a pretty easy one, I think. So, but I was going to say two things tonight. One of them is the daily goals. There should be a fairly short list. I've done a lot, played a lot more this week, so I've got a lot of the stuff, the weeklies and that kind of thing taken care of. Couple that with the fact that they actually removed some of the weeklies because of some bugs. Everybody's having technical issues, apparently. And there just isn't as much of the standard program to do tonight. Now, after that, I've been talking for a long time about starting a nightclub in this game. And the idea is that I would actually... Hello. Like, I've done this before. Sometimes when I'm wandering around, I'll rig up my phone to act as the mic on my system. And I will broadcast music through my character into the game. It's fun. You get... Some people get annoyed. It's a small minority of people who seem to get kind of frustrated by that. Ooh, like fireworks, but with meat. Some people get kind of annoyed at it, but when you get a good reaction out of folks, it's a lot of fun. And most people seem to really like it. So I've got some stuff I broadcast that's like on theme for Fallout 76. You know, it's like old radio stuff. I have some internet favorites like the Trololo song. But it kind of gave me the idea. I'm like, you know what? You could actually broadcast music through this thing, kind of like a radio station. I just started thinking about it. I'm like, it would actually be a lot of fun to try to set up a club where you like get all the recipes for all the different drinks and that sort of thing. Make a place that has nice lighting, a dance floor. Make a theme of it, you know? Go in there and play some music, see if I can invite people in and get them to dance. So I've got a place set up to work on this. I've done a little bit of work so far. I'm going to blow myself up here. Need to switch to something besides grenades. Like this. Garden hose. There we go. And take them apart and use a garden hose to just kind of clean up the driveway. There we go. So we'll work on the nightclub just a little bit tonight. Now, one of the main goals, if you don't have a nightclub, ooh, hi, who are you? You know I'm actually going to be playing disco in there. It's like everyone just respawned right at the last minute there. Ah! Wait. Oh, dang. That would have been fun. Wasn't meant to be. Gonna get your head to pop off. Well, kind of. We gotta find the mirror globe, right? We gotta find the disco ball. Because that's going to be really just essential to get the right lighting in there. Now, I did a little research before the stream tonight. And really? More? Did my drugs run out? I'm not seeing any pink glows. Where'd you go? Alright, not going to worry about it. You can only apparently get the mirror ball shooting mutants, right? I know. Pull! From Grom, or Graham, or whatever the guy's name is, a super mutant who goes around selling stuff. Oh, nothing? Really? Nothing on the frame? Okay. That's alright. I know where there's another one. We'll go look there. Yeah, I probably should have pulled out my 50 caliber, but then again, the switch is kind of slow. It probably would have been... His head would have been on the ground anyway by then. Getting too heavy here. Let's drop some stuff. And junk items, yes. Weapons. Say goodbye. The meat cleaver I'm going to keep. That's from the Meat Week thing. There we go. And we'll put that in there. All the explosives, I don't keep them anymore. I'm just going to get rid of them. Whoops. Oh, it's going to move that on my wheel now, isn't it? Okay, it's going to be spot 3. That's where it always wants to put it anyway, so. Drop all that, and off we go. Oh, man. It feels like today was like a bigger day than it really was. There really was not a lot that happened. You, sir. Oh. Hold on. Let's see. Do I want any of this really? Lead scrap? Sure. The basics. And before I go in here, I'm actually going to have to take a very, very brief break already. But only be gone like 2 minutes, somewhere around there. Guess I could have fast traveled. Thought it was closer. You're thinking, if I make a party room, then I could stock up on party hats and sell them for one time. Yeah, absolutely. I like that. In fact, I should start doing that now, too. Like, if you look in my stash, I've actually got, like, a bunch of Nuka Shine, vodka, homemade vodka, in fact. I have one camp that I save on here that's just a distillery. It's got the plants, you know, the things that you can cultivate, the things you can grow. I've got growing on the roof. It's got all the stuff I need for making spirits and cocktails. I've got a robot that collects Nuka-Cola in various kinds, including Nuka Dark, which is basically a rum and cola concoction, apparently. Well, I already did. I've got all. I actually, there were a bunch of drink recipes they were going to have in the game that they apparently left out. They were going to have like a Manhattan, a whiskey sour. For whatever reason, they didn't. You can look in the resources for the game and see evidence of them, but you can't actually find them anywhere in the game. So I'm hoping they unlock that at some point. I kind of wonder, it's one of those things. It shouldn't be a thing anymore, but I suspect it still is, where if you have an aspect of the game being that you can have like a billion different kinds of alcohol, maybe people get a little fussy about it or something. All right, I'm going to park it here. My apologies for ducking out already, but yeah, I'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of like the intermission screen too. All right. Go see if we can find some power armor. So yeah, the idea of selling drinks. I like the idea of party hats. I think that would be good. And so I figure a little later tonight we'll work on a couple specific sort of like technical issues in setting things up. See what we can do. Oh, that's right. I moved it to 3. Thanks, Obama. Whoa. Really wants to get that guy over there. And we got him. Okay. Now where do those other explosions come from over here? Usually 2 does it. Like that. Whoop. Oh. Nope. Okay, we'll get him later. No one up here, huh? Some people have really busy ones. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind having... Whoop. Oh, that was luck. I wouldn't mind having a little bit more info on there. But I tend to go... I lean towards the minimal side of things. We have lead here today too? No lead. Someone took the lead. Oh well. Did the guy just die on his own? What do we got? There we go. Whoop. What are you doing? Go down. Take that, and take that. Okay. Yeah, you know, there are a lot of toys out there for streams. A lot of little gizmos, and I mean, it's kind of cool. But like with anything, when you present lots and lots of options, a lot of people like to use all of them. All the things. And more power to them if they like it. Okay, so I want to verify. I don't want to scrap those until I read it again and see. Craft or scrap a piece of power armor. 3 of them. We got it. Okay, scrap the things. 1, 2, 3. There's that. And honestly, for the board, like I've done vast majority of what I want to do with it. If we go and look real quick. So yeah, I've got everything up to here. The curtains I got because I'm doing that kind of like retro 50s suburbia house, and that works for it. The basic things in between, like, you know, the legendary script, it's not bad to get, right? One guy I watch has multiple and says poop. One says poop break. Oh, funny. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever actually go that route, but yeah, you never know. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a doorbell. That also goes with this sort of suburban house. Beyond that, there's nothing. I don't care about the Steins, you know, don't need another mailbox. Adams is nice because it's actual money, but right now they're not even putting anything up that I care to buy. Like, caps are actually more important right now than anything. Okay, so there's that. We've done one. Eat pre-war food. We still gotta eat a bunch of pre-war food. Is there any to pick up around here? Let's see what I've got right now. Canned dog food. We're not doing that. We already talked about that. No meat and hound meat. Prime meat. We're not gonna. Yeah, I know. We're not gonna use that because it's gone. There we go. Some pre-war food. Starlight berry topper is just good. Brain fungus soup gives more experience. Don't need the mole rat chunks. Well, I guess you gotta admire him for his transparency. He exploded real pretty. Nice and symmetrical. Oh, someone already killed their pet. There. Come on. Yeah. Nothing else there. Drop that off. Probably picked up some more grenades. Yeah, don't want them. Oh, again. Got some power or some, well, that'll be good for the legendary strip, actually. See if there's any ammo to drop. Cannonballs. Who needs them? Super heavy and useless. Alright, there's that. Build a floor or wall. Someone already took the spot I usually get. What else do we have going on up here? Rad Scorpion Horde. No. Not guaranteed a lot of legendaries there. You had some mean wasp or something in your house earlier. They're big and dark red. They're going straight for you. That sounds creepy. I can't say I've ever seen a wasp that's dark red. I don't think I really want to. Nasty. Let's still look for some pre-war food. I know one good spot where you usually find it. Let's see what we can find there today. Saw a TikTok earlier of someone with what appeared to be a rather, even for what it was, a very, very large bird-eating spider in their house on the wall. They were trying to kind of move it out with a stick. I'm just like, nope, time to move. No, sir. No one to blow up. Huh. Which, if they are gone, I'm willing to bet then that someone already cleaned out the house. We'll see. How we doing? Yeah, someone already got all the stuff. Does that count as diseased, erratic? You're welcome. You're in a better place now. So, I want to see something. No, it doesn't. I was going to see if that counted as old-timey food. So I just fed my character a whole jar full of pepper for nothing. Where else? Bet I know. Let's actually go up here. We'll look for all the old like vault locations and that kind of thing, because naturally, you know, they should still have some old stores. Not sure if it was a wasp. Just not sure how else to describe it. Had that I just leave my stuff in the house and just give up. I hate bugs and spiders so much. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm better with spiders than I used to be for the most part. Kind of. Plastic bowl. No, what's that? Whoops. Come on. Ah, we'll take the blowtorch anyway. Any food? What do we got? Spoiled meat? Nope. A little too old-timey. What is that? That's a thing. Give me that. Why can't I... Oh, come on. Really? It also kind of looks like someone already cleaned this place out, too. Except for the one that you can't grab for whatever reason. I don't want any... Oops. Bathroom food. Thanks. You know you've gotten lazy when you're just sitting there eating prepackaged food on the can. Sure. Nothing of interest, really? What is that? Bunch of flyers. Oh man, struck out here too. Okay, another place I know. And I found out today I cannot eat candy anymore. Not like I eat a lot anyway. But it's Friday, it's rainy out. I like those days. I finally got a shop set up out in the garage where that's where I work during the day now too, while the weather's still cool enough. It's a really nice spot. And the kind of work I'm doing is actually fun work. Like, I'm actually getting to code. It's open-ended, and I realize that a thing that I'm working on needs a fancy new feature, and I know exactly how to do it. And that's a really good, like, you're doing a really good run. You're doing something you enjoy, you know. You're making something useful. Good times for a developer. And I'm like, I want junk food. Like, I normally don't just want junk food anymore. Not very often. Oh, man, everyone is after all the... Yeah, dog food. I'm not doing dog food. But that reminds me of yet another place I can go look. We'll do it down here. We'll get some experience down here, too. Be honest, even ladybugs give you the creeps. They have motives. I'll tell you a ladybug story in a minute. I don't know that it's a great story, but, you know, it'll at least be creepy to you if you don't like them. But anyway, yeah, so I sent my poor wife, who has not actually gone to... Seriously, because of COVID, the pandemic, and her autoimmune conditions, has not gone to a grocery store on her own for 2 years. But I'm still doing laundry, so I don't have clothes, and darn it, I want junk food. So I send the poor lady out to buy me junk. And made it through a little bit, and I'm like, this doesn't taste right. This doesn't feel right. I swear, within like a half an hour, I was just like sick as anything. I'm old. Candy's for kids. See if we can get a little more experience here. There we go. So the ladybug thing, yeah. So I worked in an office at one point, like third, fourth floor, somewhere up a little bit. Nice area around here. It's a little town called Lake Oswego. It was in this area that was all kind of ritzy, like banking, finance. We weren't banking or finance, but point is, there are a lot of nice offices around there. But it was also really near trees, a lot of nature. The candy was just like M&M's. Just peanut M&Ms, and it just can't. They were gross. It's like pachinko with super mutants. Nice. Something really simple, you know what I mean? They're not my friends anymore. They betrayed me. Whoa! State! Oh, man. Alright, where are you? Bastard. Forgot you. I've never been the skeet in one of those situations. I've never actually had something like that take me out of the air. Lesson learned. But anyway, yeah, so worked in this nice area, but the fact that it was near trees meant, you know, just a little bit more wildlife than you might find near someplace downtown. And part of that wildlife was every year around spring, we like know spring was finally coming because we had a deck outside. You could go sit out there. Beautiful area. It's usually a little too hot, but, you know, still, in theory, you could go out there. Went out, one of the first years we were in there, we opened the door down at that end. Just so we could let, you know, some of the fresh air in and all that. And I go out there, and I'm like, what in the heck is all over everything? And I'm looking, and we're on the migration route for, like, a swarm of ladybugs. Like, they would show up every year. And I don't mean, like, a couple dozen, or you'd see them a lot more often than usual. I mean, we had to close the door because we had just way too many things coming in. Now, I think they're cute. Like, I had no problem. But if you didn't like that sort of thing, you went out there, you would be just crawling in your skin within a second. Flat second. I've never seen that many in one spot. Pork and beans. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. At this point, I'd cook the teddy bear and eat it if it would help me. Sometimes you can... Whoop! I forgot there was a hole there. Okay. Mind the gap. Oh, it's up there. Wrong spot. Yeah, nothing you would have liked, I guarantee. And the downside, of course, is that you'd find their, like, you know, they'd only be there so long. Any of the ones that actually came inside would not last very long. So pretty soon you'd start finding their crispy little dried out carcasses all over the place. There it is. Perfectly preserved pie. I don't think a ton of people know about this one because you can very often find it up here. Oh, the deviled eggs. Perfect. Alright, let's see how many we got here. And I know a lot of people will hate me for this, but I don't know what you're supposed to do with the pie otherwise. We're going to eat the pie. There we go. It's pre-war food. It counts. Mookie Wilson, purchase your guns and bullets. Awesome. What else do we got? Pork and beans. We're just going to gorge ourselves on pre-war food here. I want my daily doles. Where are the yum yum eggs? There we go. One more. We gotta find one more thing. Alright, rather than spend all evening just digging around for some pre-war food, I'm sure I'll come across something at some point. So let's see what else we can do. We've got to collect legendary script, which means if there are certain events going on where I can get legendaries, that would be good. But that, again, that is not one of them. We're not doing that. I know I've gotten one thing today, but that's not going to cut it. That's not going to be enough. Another option is I could actually just look around for players who are selling legendaries and buy a couple things, and that would probably do it. Some players sell them cheap enough. You can go and buy, you know, 2 or 3 3-star weapons or pieces of armor, and you're good to go. Other players still charge like 3 to 5. Whoa, I'm just going to start firing at random here. And then go put a band-aid on that. Take our drugs so we can see better. There you all are. How are you hitting me from there? Game. No cheating. There we go. Gotta stay focused. If you try shooting everything everywhere, you're just gonna end up dying because you're gonna thin out your gunfire too much. That's better. To see if they had any legendaries or not. Just a rubber band right back up to the top. Anything? Nope. But we'll take the caps. Yeah, that's good. I don't need the other stuff. Who that? Oh, it's you. Still there? You're still there. Good for you. A for effort. You had frogs that you'd catch and put in the cage with dirt, grass, sticks, and water. You would turn around for like 2 minutes and they'd be completely fried to a crisp. Yeah, I think that probably happened to me too when I was younger. They tend to be very, very sensitive to drying out, you know. Okay, I think we're done here. Again, the legendary script. Where can I get some legendary stuff? Let's just take a look. I guess before I travel, stop it. No. They have miscellaneous too, so that is not a good one to go to. Horn rate. Have a quiet night. Oh, here, everyone's over by the White Springs for some reason. What do you got? Nope. Nope. I want to see what's in your... Oh, that's not your house. That is... Where is it? That is to your house. You've just disguised it as a golf course. There we go. Weapons. We got 1 3-star. Yeah, they have a couple things. There's good old Mookie Wilson. Yeah, let's try and head over there. Start out at Mookie's place. Oh. Okay, we're also on a team now, apparently. What team did I join? If it's not a casual, I don't want to. It's casual. I lucked out. Oh, right as someone left. And where is the actual house? Oh, there we go. You okay?
Some weird things out there. I've had these.
I guess.
Run away from.
Yep, they're a 5,000, 2,000 kind of person, so sorry. Nope. Alright, they're still down there. Let's head down. There it is. Dumpster Slayer. Nice place. Interesting foundation. Is that like a vault thing? Hello. So what are you doing? That's more like it. So we got a Hunter's Cryolator. 1,000 is still a bit much. But I've got 13,000. We'll basically have a nice day. Look at that. And a Hunter's Sickle. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a 2-star, so they'll still count. In perfect sync. I played Fallout 76 today. I ran into a group that, let's just say, were toxic enough you had to quit the game. That sucks. Are you playing... What platform are you playing on? I want to say Xbox, but I can't remember if you play on PC or... I don't remember. Oh, you play on PC? No, wait. We played together at one point, and that, I think, was on the Xbox. Because I've had very few uses for that Xbox otherwise. I really have not used it for anything. Okay, let's go to... see what we got so far. Xbox, yep. Okay, that's what I figured. I hate to say it, but like in terms of the communities, Xbox, definitely the most toxic group out of all of them. Whenever I would play an Xbox, I would get the worst, like, just people being pissy and vindictive and aggressive. And it used to be that both PlayStation and PC were actually both pretty good, pretty nice. PC is still a lot more mellow than Xbox by a long shot. But it's gotten worse, unfortunately. I've had a lot more people coming in and... like, I don't do builds around taking on other players. I don't do PvP anything. When they used to have a survival mode where it was just, you know, like, open, you know, you could just kill whoever you wanted, but you knew that going in. You knew what you were getting into. I would play that sometimes because the tension was good. Not so much in this mode, like not so much in the ordinary game mode. Like if you're working on a workshop and you're trying to get something done, and someone who's devoted a lot of time to a elbow cough, Also, Xbox 76, maybe. I'll stand by what I said. Personal experience has been they've been a lot more toxic, a lot more aggressive. Um, but anyway, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Long story short, yeah, people have gotten a lot more aggressive now on PC. I don't do anything to fend them off. So if someone comes in and they decide they want to workshop, I'm kind of done. Like I can go to another server or, you know, yeah. See, that's just it. Level 300 something is not that much, you know. But I've also had people on PC who are like over level 1000 who were on my team who then pull something that like they might blow up a vehicle or they do a chain reaction and it blows you up. Like they're not killing you directly because you can turn on pacifist mode. But if something in the environment blows up, you're kind of screwed, right? I had someone do some kind of chain reaction. I'm guessing it was nuke mines or something, and it basically just shut down my game. Like it just tanked it. PlayStation, my wife plays on PlayStation, and they tend to, on average, they still have, everyone has griefers. Just on average, they tend to be the most mellow out of all the groups at this point. And, you know, your mileage may vary, but that's been my experience. Alright, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm going to go to weapons. And we got a golf club and a baseball bat. And I could get rid of that. I'm not really using it for anything. But I don't think I will yet. I don't know why I'm really saving these, honestly. Starting at sledgehammer, we don't need that. Like, I hadn't seen them before. They started showing up. I'm like, well, that's kind of an interesting thing, but I may probably just want to get rid of them at some point. They really don't do anything for me. Getting there. Bunch of 1-star stuff. Okay, what are we up to total? Not a lot. We've got a long way to go. A little over half. Okay. More than over half. Well, barely. Okay, the other thing is, since I have 500 now, is we can talk to Mama Mumbles and get 10 more legendary modules. Cool. So I think I'm up to over 100 legendary modules now too. So that's the other thing I can take a little time to do tonight maybe, is I'm trying to build a set of armor that is where every piece adds to intelligence, among whatever else they do. Intelligence is sort of the main thing. And Xbox is bad, especially in competitive games. Yeah, I believe it. And I don't know. I'm sure there are perfectly nice people there too. I'm not saying absolutely everyone is problematic. I'm saying statistically on average, totally unsubstantiated too. I don't have the stats. How do you even measure that? But from my experience and from talking to other folks I know who play on different platforms, it just seems to be a thing. Cap and Vandaglu. Let's go down the hill and see if they have any lead down here, since I'm in the neighborhood. So I'm not going to be able to do the main audio test tonight, but that's one of the things I have to do maybe next week for the nightclub. Is it's one thing, I don't know, I know that other people can hear the music I'm playing, but I have no idea what the sound quality is like. I'm not expecting anything nice. I think it'll get the idea across, and that's enough. I'm not expecting like really thumping bass or anything. It's probably kind of like thinned out compressed audio intended for voice chat, right? It's not meant for music. But I am still curious to see what it sounds like to other folks. So we'll have to see. My son has a 76 account on PC. maybe try to make sure that his copy is up and running. And we'll do an audio test or something. We'll give it a try. Alright, where else to complete the event Invaders from Beyond? I have not seen that yet tonight. Like, is it even running? Did I miss it? That would probably be another one where it would be good to get some legendary stuff, because there are usually some 2 or 3 star aliens there, but I don't know. What about over there? What have they got? Nothing. Apparel, plan, miscellaneous. Man, it's a thin crowd tonight. Not a lot of people. Still got 3 people on the team, including the Llama Master. That's always good. Apparel, weapons, but no legendaries. 1 2-star. Yeah, let's see what they got. Just give those people kindness, and they'll either mellow out and become friendly or get worse because they want to cause problems. So good. That's a good take. I like that. It's not always the easiest thing to do. In fact, I think it takes a lot more strength, a lot more fortitude than a lot of people realize. But I agree. I think it's probably the way to go. Heap burning coals on their head, as the saying goes. There it is. Yeah, sure, why not? A couple 100 caps will help them out. Nice, simple place. I always overbuild my places, big time. I'm getting kind of tired of it. I gotta learn to go simple. This is a nice, simple design. Look at this. Got a parking garage up here. Two of them. Why do they need 2 of those things? Alright, we got 1 more weapon. What else can I do? Take a picture of an alien enemy. Can't until they get the alien event going, and I have not seen it. Workshop or camp? Let's go get a workshop somewhere. Let's do... what's a good one? Lakeside cabins. That's what we're doing. Lakeside cabins because it's a small place and you don't have to run all over the place. You don't have to run hither and thither just to find all the enemies. I don't feel like running hither nor thither tonight. Yeah, I did not even know they did pink power armor, but there you go. Yeah, you know, so speaking of showing kindness to people in those sorts of situations, different kind of situation, but still someone being kind of, you know, problematic, we'll say. And it had to do with pandemic stuff. I won't go into details. It's done. It was someone I'd known for quite a while. And they were being difficult. And we were having a protracted discussion, and I was doing my best to keep it, you know, sane and, oh, look at that, polite as possible. It was getting really tough. Boy, it's a good place to stop. And I did say some things that, like, again, they weren't really finger pointing. They weren't directed at the person, and they weren't objective sort of things that I wasn't going, no, you're just dumb or anything. It was basically like, here are the consequences of what you're proposing. And they did not like what I said. Like, they got really, really upset at what I said. And I'm like, I'm not saying that. Anyway, the point is, it went back and forth for a while. And at some point, they finally accused me of saying a bunch of stuff that, like, you could go back, verifiable. You could go back, and everything I said was public, online. You could look it up, and I said nothing along the lines of what they were claiming. And at first, I started to gather up all the details and go, well, here's a, like doing the whole proof, like, here's demonstrating that I didn't actually say any of the. And I thought about it, and I'm like, they have no interest in this. Like, this is going to do nothing. And so I took the route you described. I went, and I just kind of, didn't really leave the discussion, but I didn't add to it for a while. And then I started basically like, how are you doing? You guys doing okay? If I saw something that I thought they would be interested in, or that might, nothing intended to challenge them or anything. Just, it's like, hey, I saw on the news, blah, blah, blah. This is, or if they posted something else, I would comment on it, leave something positive. That was when they unfriended me. That was when they severed ties, was when I started being nice. And I don't know if they thought I was just basically like gaslighting them somehow, or I don't know. I don't know, and I can't say I really care either. My take on it is that they, like you see a lot, they, like, just like you described, they were far more interested in the fight than they were in any kind of sincere engagement with ideas or people. Because in so many of those debates too, throughout this whole thing, there are a bunch of like standard form arguments. It's like they've gone to training. Person says this, you say, and it's the same BS every stinking time. And it's the sort of thing that is so easy to demonstrate. If there's an issue with it, it's easy to demonstrate there's an issue with it. But they're just absolutely committed to, this standard line of crap. So we have not talked since, which is unfortunate, but again, it's, what else are you going to do?
Can't wait to go fight some commies and robots and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's familiar. Do you know them? I was kind of hoping that we'd find some food there too, but oh well. Okay, down the hill to the workshop. Or probably, let's see. Probably all going to become zombies from the vaccines anyway. Might have thought you were kind of mocking them in a way, depending on what you said when being nice. It's possible, but again, I can say, without revealing the details, that I was very, very careful in structuring what I said so that it was most likely, apparently sincere. In other words, like, it was clear from the wording, from the, the way I was engaging. Like, sometimes it's a simple thing. It's very often better to ask questions than it is to try to posit something. So if you say, instead of saying, I'm having a really good day, I saw this and I really liked it, you might like it too. You just say, hey, how are you doing? Are you doing well? I know some of their families, so I could say, like, how are your loved ones doing? Things where it would be really weird to take the angle that it's like, oh, they're just asking that because they want to cause trouble. So, but yeah, let's just say a lot of it had to do with the vaccines, but not just. It wasn't just the vaccines and that sort of thing. It was other areas of, shall we say, personal responsibility. The difference between managing yourself and putting other people at risk by what you do, like overtly putting other people, including children, at risk by what you do. That sort of thing. But enough of that, right? Okie doke. So now we got to build, what was it? Like, Build a floor, wall, or roof. Alright, well, easy enough. Go down to some kind of cheaper wall here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Nope. Put that on the outside. Sure, right there in the middle. I'll just lock myself in. Oh, feed the people's going on. We'll see. Ordinarily, that's a good one to do. You get treasury notes in that, but I've already got like a bunch of treasury notes. And what I really need right now are legendaries, and that's not going to provide that. It's also going to be lately. It's been really slow. Like it takes forever to get any enemies in there. I'd probably just take that down too. They want to know. Let's see. They want to know how my weekend was because they want to duel with flintlock pistols and daggers. Yes, I see. Challenge accepted. Robots. Oh, that's not... Well, actually, that'll still help. There we go. It's not going to make them light up pink, like I won't be able to see them any easier, but it will give me more experience for taking them out. One wave, too, really. That's hardly anything. Where's the last one? That way. Oh, there it is. And done. Alright. So it's level up, eat one more pre-war food. Let's check the house for the pre-war food. Leveling up will give a couple bonuses, so I'll do that one next. And then, basically, unless they decide to actually hold the event, I'll just call it done. Oh, there we go. That's not old world food, though. That's just... Yeah, I just ate a whole pie. For no good reason. What is that? Probably not good to actually eat the shortening, right? I guess it won't let you either. No food? Really? People are very complex and don't make any sense half the time. That is also true. Yeah, I guess it's goofier that I'm still surprised by it than it is that people actually act like that. Like, you'd figure I knew it by now. I guess in this, you know, this time around, it wasn't so much that people act that way that was surprising. It was the fact that a lot of the people I knew and had known for a long time turned out to act in very surprising ways. That was, you know, not just for me, for a lot of people I talked to. That was the revelation this time was, oh, it's you. Like, I didn't realize that this would happen, you know. A lot of walls came up, unfortunately. Any snacks? Anything? Nothing. Is that a duel? Too far away for vats. Let's see if I can get him anyway. A little further. Oh, it's not a duel. I think it's someone chopping wood. I'm sorry. I have bad eyes. You know, from great distance without any checking, I thought you were an undead. You understand my mistake. He doesn't seem too perturbed by it. We're fine. Any aliens around here? Unless that rabbit's hiding something. No. Alright, intermission number 2. And I'll be right back. It's just one of those nights, apparently. Whoop. Makes you think about the bear wrestler. Is that like his official... That's his official name now. I need to learn the word wrestler in Japanese. I know bear is kuma. Anyway, be right back. See you in a moment. And we're back again. Bear wrestler sounds something akin to like horse whisperer, right? It's like one of the fundamental personality archetypes. You have the horse whisperer, the bear wrestler. What else falls in that group? Let's see. Oh. Maybe. Check here. Do what you mean with how you mean you're surprised one of your friends acted that way. There's a girl that you were really good friends with in school. You didn't talk much when you dropped out. And now, ... Where are they? No, they're coming. Anyone else? Are we done? More shortening. What is with the shortening? Pre-war money does not help. Come on, it's like a hot dog stand. There's got to be some old food here. Found out right after high school, she went right into, oh, that kind of acting, and it just makes you sad. Yeah, that actually happened to me too, with someone that I knew. You just never know, do you? Alright, sugar bombs it is. And there's another weekly dole met. I feel like I'm getting down to the point because they have this like progressive scale, an increasing number of points you have to get to move along the board. I'm getting into the territory where I'm only going to move like one space every 2 or 3 days. So again, I'm not sure how much effort it's really worth. Level up to collect legendary strip. If that happens tonight, brilliant. If not, no sweat. Not going to worry about it. Senses violence? No, it's not a good one. Alright, so for leveling up, first things first, let's go do an ammo check. Just do that right here. Need some grenade rounds. 5mm I could use just a little. I could use a little more. Glad there are lots of folks on the team. That's good. Casual teams have proven difficult to hold together. I mean, yes, they're casual, but you kind of hope people will hang around for a while, anyway. Take off Bloody Mess, put on Super Duper, share that one. Ammo Smith. There we go. Not 5. Let's do 4. That'll do. Ammo, 5mm, 3. Did I screw up? No, I had Super Duper on. It just, I totally got gypped. It gave me nothing. Nothing out of all that ammo. Oh well. Okay. Let's go to over back where we already were, but we'll head a little deeper into enemy territory here. Yeah, it was actually someone who sat right next to me in, I think it was 11th grade science class. And I found out later, and it's like, okay, well, everyone makes their choices, I guess. These days, I get the impression a lot of people would be like, "Yeah, so what?" about that sort of thing. But I won't explain why. But no, that's to me not a great option. For many reasons. All of which are difficult to talk about on this kind of stream, though, so. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. A little closer. And just lining up. Next. Do I want to take their stuff? Yes, mainly because there are caps in there. Doesn't hurt to have too much steel, though, either. Hello. There's a 3-star. Where'd that bit go? Rudat. A 1-star. Boo. I hate that when you take out a 3-star enemy and they drop some kind of 1-star piece of crap. Let's grab the bits first. There we go. Friend is like an award-winning track runner and like the lead to a handful of sports, and yeah, you completely agree. Me got more of an older worldview on things. At least that's what you're told. Yeah, it's funny, you know, on that. A lot of people will pass that off as an old world view. Both views, think about it though. Go back to, you know, a variety of histories where there was, you know, there's clear evidence of a, shall we say, a wide variety of moral positions on those kinds of topics. They've always existed side by side, like forever. There have been people who are more conservative about it and people who are more, you know, liberal, both of them saying, you know, my view will, whatever, you know, the debate's gone on as long as there have been people. Oh, hey, another 3-star. So in other words, all I'm saying is it's as much as people will try to pass it off as an old view, it's not. Rather, it's old, but both of yous are actually pretty old. Oh, there's a good, decent legendary. There's... Oh, hello. I think a lot of people associate with being old because they think back to the idyllic, like the ideal of the U.S. in the 50s, or the Puritan period in America. Like, there have been a lot of periods in American history in particular where people groups have taken kind of particular views on that. But I think that's too narrow a window to look at. Because as long as there have been people who have been saying both things, there's also been a lot of evidence as to why those views still exist. I'm finding it, between it being a sensitive topic and me being a little cautious about what I'm saying, trying not to accidentally like trip up and step into territory that I don't necessarily want to go into on the stream. I'm also just trying to blow a lot of stuff up, and it's breaking my brain. Yeah. I'll just end by saying that you look around where I live, and there's a lot of evidence as to why it's a problem. And there's also a lot of people who will just absolutely denounce that evidence or try to come up with a different explanation for it. I heard another guy in this room. Weird.
Just stand still.
There's a gun pointing through the door there. We'll help him out. No, back up. Back up. I don't want the door to close again. You can shoot me. I just need to come inside. You know, before I shoot anyone else, I think I need to go in here. Make sure I don't die while I'm doing this. No, no canned dog food. Brain fungus soup. There we go. See if that helps. Still not getting nearly enough experience for these guys. I've been in here with the right combo of stuff. You can get easily 1,000 experience per kill. But you've basically got to have a lot of different things saved up. And I just haven't taken the time to do that. Back up. There we go. So what's acceptable nowadays is getting a lot more carefree. Yep, but you're right. Probably not the best thing to talk about live, yeah. Only because, you know, it's... I don't know. I actually, at the same time, like, I think it wouldn't hurt to have a really good, earnest discussion about it. But it's also kind of the nature of that thing, is that's what makes it difficult to deal with, is because it is difficult to talk about, because, yeah, it is. Anyway. Yup. What are you doing out there? Hello. Look, I mean, in terms of acceptability, go back to Rome. Go back to Rome, Greece. Go to certain contemporary indigenous societies. Japan is currently apparently trying to pass legislation that would allow girls as young as, I think, 16 to work in the industry that you mentioned. Saw a thing recently where there was a woman in Parliament who was speaking against it, and you could hear laughter from elsewhere in the room. You know, you basically hear the men laughing at her for bringing up the concern, trying to stop it. Which, that sucks.
What?
I can't open the door with you right there. It'd be funny if you could actually, like, burn through the doors that way. Oh, we're down to just two of us.
Appalachia belongs to
There we go.
super mutant.
Oh, totally valid concern, yeah. Yeah, I mainly meant that there are a lot of modern-day examples, contemporary examples of pretty extreme permissiveness. Let him come all the way down here. Lure him out, chop him up, take his stuff. He's the only one in here I know how to get. The others stay downstairs. Microscopes everywhere. Someone's ticked I'm leaving. Oh, hey. Where'd you come from? Hey, there's a level up. Perfect, run the last guy. We'll just let that add up. Cool, hey, I actually moved a spot on the board tonight. Mission accomplished. It feels like it's been easier this season to make decent progress. The last season I played where, like I said, it was 120 hours. An absolute, just grueling slog every day. Haven't run into that as much. I don't know if they actually changed it or it's just, I don't know, could just be my perception of things. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, they repopulated. I'm not going to fight my way out of here. Like, I want to go focus on some other stuff. Where's the door? There's the door. See you guys. We're out. You didn't have the place. Nice shot. Oh, yeah, no, I know what you mean. You have to stop your mom from saying things that she grew up saying. Not that she's racist or anything, not that she grew up in time saying a word, and yeah, it's hard to break habits like that. Yeah, and, but we're on to all the topics tonight that are like, tiptoe, look out. Good topics. Don't get me wrong. Totally good topics. But, you know, I think you'd agree, they just naturally benefit from a certain degree of caution, right? Care and caution. And consideration and other C words. See, the big thing is calling things a certain word. Yeah, that people get offended by. Yeah, and it's one of those things, I don't know. I don't know about you. So growing up, we were taught a very particular view of what racism even was. And it wasn't entirely incorrect, but it was definitely problematic compared to what was being taught in academia at the time. So at the same time that the things that are really influencing discussions now were being discussed frequently and pretty heavily in academia, we were being taught something else at the grade school level. And what we were being taught at the grade school level about racism was that racism was this overt person-to-person thing that very often resulted in cruelty and violence. But again, it was like racism is, and you could say it's associated with the KKK. You could say it's associated with open aggression towards black people, towards, non-white people, versus what we're taught about racism these days, which is that it's systematic racism, which I know that term will drive a lot of people nuts. And I make no apologies for it because it's just an idea, and it's an important idea. But the point is, they're very different things. The view of racism we were taught growing up made it really difficult to swallow the idea, to accept the idea that we might be participating in something that oppresses other people. And we do. And I'm not going to enumerate the ways. I'm not going to make a big defense of that idea. It's millions of people out there who can do that better than I can. My point is only to say that the way we were taught it made the conversation these days, kind of like you're describing, really tough. Because people from previous generations had a very different idea of what racism even was. And again, it was something to be reviled. It was nothing you could associate with yourself. If you said, no, I have, not even the phrase, I'm racist, but if you said the phrase, I have benefited from a system that oppresses people, or I have benefited from racism, what you would be saying in your head, I knew there was a tick or something here. What you would essentially be saying, or what how a lot of people would think about that, would be that they were associating themselves with open violence towards black people. And they're like, well, I've never done that. I would never do that sort of thing. I'm not racist. I don't do that overt thing. I don't do that. But the thing is, the word refers to that, like, what they're describing is more like prejudice is probably a better word to describe what they're talking about. Maybe they've never knowingly and openly, like some people do, exhibited gross prejudice against someone based on their race or ethnicity or skin color. But that's not necessarily all that racism covers. Like I said, we're going places tonight with the discussion here, but I like it. So, like, I remember, actually, to put it in game terms, since we're on the stream, we're playing games. And this would actually be a fun game to play, partially for this reason. There's, in Bioshock Infinite, I won't say what it is, but there's a certain turn in the story that prompted a lot of people to lose their minds over what the author did. Ken Levine, right? The guy who created the Bioshock 2 and on. System Shock 2 and on. And then he did Bioshock 1. Someone else did Bioshock 2. He did Bioshock Infinite. Apparently he's working on something else now. But anyway, and I remember reading about this scene, and I had played the game. I had seen this thing, and I'm like, what are you getting so upset at? What is this thing about? And that was when I started looking at, like, you know, when people say the word racism now, never mind what we think of as individuals. If you want to have a conversation with someone, and I know you get this, you kind of have to consider what the other person is going to hear when you say certain words. If someone is so insistent on, like, no, this is what I mean, and this is what the word means to me, and you have to agree with my meaning before we can say anything to one another, you're going to go nowhere, right? So what people meant by this word, racism, was very different than what I had learned up to that point in the discussion. Ended up being really actually like fruitful in terms of research and trying to understand better why people were so upset about this particular scene in the game. I just remember too that there was a follow-up to that scene in the DLC in the game, and from where I sit, they did themselves no favors. Like they actually, dare I say, they actually made it worse. Like, they kind of added to it, but they added to it in a way that just it was not good writing, you know. See, it's very true. I even admit that the racist word, I even was growing up using, not that you ever used it the right way of being racist, you just be calling dandelions the word, which is, I think I lost something there. Let's see. Using, not that I ever used it the right way of being racist. I'd just be calling dandelions the word, which, yeah, is weird. I think I lost something there. Not quite sure I follow. I follow part of it. I get what you're saying. Just like I said, same thing. I went through the same sort of experience where it's like, oh, that means this and that. And no, I'm not that. No way I'm going to let that word get applied to me, because in my head that means like murdering people or doing extreme violence towards people or denying them very basic fundamental rights and liberties. And I wouldn't do that. Well, yeah, that's not what the word means. Like it or not. And a lot of people don't like it. This has been weird in that, oh, there's a good one for legendary stuff. Weird night for the events in that they just have not run the Alien event at all that I've seen. And maybe...
Ken?
Yeah.
They're not? Oh, they're not running the Alien one either?
No.
Oh, well,
It's on the list, but I haven't seen it once. And it could be that, because I've been talking a lot, that I just missed it.
Weird.
But I've seen nothing.
Oh, okay.
You thought I was going to say the meat cook or whatever, huh? Yeah.
Responders, priority alert. Looks like those damn wolves are on the hunt again. Forest Watch has spotted multiple packs, but the Alpha's whereabouts are unknown. I repeat, Alpha's location...
They're right up the hill. Let's go get them.
need to find and kill that...
And I'm going to have to use a non-explosive gun. Whenever I use grenades...
Make sure you bring along...
Yeah, lady, I get it. I get it.
There's a heap of trouble.
Melody, be quiet. Whenever I use one of the exploding guns, there's a really good chance I won't be able to find any of the carcasses afterwards. There we go. Whoop. Oh, don't do that either. Ah, great. Oh, let's see. There we go. Take that. And move on. You didn't make much sense as a kid. I think I'm just misreading something in what you said. I mean, come on. We're kids. You know, when we were kids, like, who actually made sense half the time? That's one of the things that kind of defines kids. Whoop. There you are. Got it. Oh, hey. Go away.
I join you in eternity.
There we go. Ouch. Oh, I did. Yeah, see, I just reread it, and now I get it. What? Event failed? Why? my voice goes up 2 octaves. Why? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, I got a couple legendaries out of it. That's mainly what I wanted. So yeah. Let's head over here. There's almost always at least one level 3 legendary ghoul over this way. We'll see if we can find them. No, I mean, you know, it's a difficult topic, right? For adults, let alone kids. I'm still trying to figure everything out. Blah. Lie down. Alright. Well, the legendaries are not usually over in this spot. They are usually over this way. Switch guns again. Can I set up a tent here somewhere? Maybe. I hope. Or not. Woo! What a nasty one. What the heck is the bumblebeast doing here? No. Okay, boomer. Give an example. You just walk around saying, "Hey, look at that N-word," right? Yeah. That's not that far off from things I experienced too, you know? The thing is, I mean, it's a different thing with kids. You know, part of it has to do with what they're being taught, how they're being taught. Part of it has to do with kids naturally, like you learn language by playing with it. You know, if you heard an adult going around saying that, you'd hear it very, very differently. With a kid, it's just a learning opportunity, right? I love blowing up this parking lot. It blows up real nice. Look at all the glows. Whoop. See, I can't shoot that one. Yeah, he's not legendary anyway. We'll move on. Fun times. Come on. There we go. And I think that's one of the legendaries. Yep. You're legendary. You're just glowing. Hard to say. You're just glowing. Where's the legendary? Phooey. But nowadays, it still just seems it's different from even when you're a kid. Oh, it totally is. No, I would agree. In one way, too, it's natural for people to assume that what they learned had a certain degree of finality to it, right? It's creepy. Bunch of ghouls swarming on the robots down there. Come out from behind there. Come on. There we go. You know, so people who are taught something like that were taught, in their mind, they were taught the correct thing, the correct way. And anything that someone would try to say these days, it's different. It's like that new math. It's that newfangled new math. And why I was just fine learning it the way I did. And, you know, there's a natural sort of a common resistance to considering new ideas. Talking to a coworker about something not really related to this specifically, but about the idea of trying to learn new things. And he was, you know, kind of commenting on the fact that, you know, it actually takes a surprising amount of energy to do that. You know, you've got to flex your brain in ways that is, for a lot of people, it's real work. It's tiring. And they don't want to. No more than I may have said this on it. This sounds familiar to my own ears. Squirrel. So I may have said it on the stream last week or something. I don't know. But you know, people who are kind of in the groove, so to speak, with one way of learning something or doing something or whatever, they have no natural inclination to try to change that. In fact, they'll resist the idea. So given that they were teaching these ideas in a kind of a weird, impractical, or just straight up incorrect way for so long. Is he dead? I think he's dead. means that there are going to be a lot of people who are just very comfortably stuck in those old ideas. Which is obvious. You look around, like, who need to explain all that to comment on it? And so that's nothing new. I just think that it's part of the why it ends up being that way. Between it being something that feels vaguely incriminating or openly incriminating to them, and it requiring real work and concentration and effort on their part, a lot of people just don't try to, just not inclined to change or reconsider things at all. You don't think you were taught the right way, but it was just more simple. Yeah, same. Exactly. And I'll say that, like what I was taught, and I'm sure you too, was taught actually with good, sincere intentions in mind. I can still remember certain films that we saw back in like 5th, 6th grade that were, maybe even a little traumatizing by certain standards. Traumatizing, but not damaging and necessary. It was one of those moments where you're starting to get older as a kid, and they show you these things, and you've probably not experienced it yourself, and it's like, this is what the world is also like. It's all the things we've told you up till now, all the nice things, and letters and numbers and songs, but it is also violent injustice and, evil is at work in the world. And you'd be doing kids, as they get older, a disservice not to introduce them to that. It's just that the way they did it, well-meaning as it may have been, only helped to reinforce part of the problem. I could try to say, it reinforced part of the problem, but at least it was better than, say, our parents or grandparents were taught. But that's kind of beside the point. That's maybe, again, for a lot of people, I think that's kind of a natural defensive reaction. Like, I was taught wrong, but at least it wasn't as wrong as, these other people. It's like, doesn't matter. Let down your defenses. Do some real good work. Consider that things may not be as you were taught. You and the people around you will be far, far better for it. And when I say that I'm not talking about you, Jamie. I mean the rhetorical, fictional, conversational you that we talked about when we're just discussing these things. Just want to be crystal clear on that. I'm not saying anything accusatory. More squirrels. And a bunny. All right. Why don't we... let's see. Is anything? Nope. Nothing to just scrap. Nothing to drop off. I may have already done this. I'm not over encumbered, so let's travel down here. We don't have to go there. Don't need to go there. We can go to here first. You're brought up shooting skunks and stuff that you caught in cages, and cutting heads off chickens, and watching them twitch and jump around in the yard. Yeah, the folks in my family who, same thing, same exact thing. I heard stories from my mom growing up about, they grew up kind of on a farm, and they did that, and good. I'm glad you knew that. Like I said, I just wanted to be explicit because I heard myself saying you this and you that, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. My brain didn't retain the full context of what I was saying. I just wanted to make it, like I said, crystal clear that I wasn't. So good. I'm glad. Okay, now that we're here, we should be closer to one of the other train stations, and we will go. Oh, there it is. Just go, hello, click. There we go. But yeah, so my mom grew up, where they would do exactly what you're describing. I still remember being really young and hearing the story about what happened when they cut the head off a chicken and how it would run around for a while. And I'm pretty sure I had nightmares about it. Like, and of course in the dream, not only does the chicken continue to run around like that, but it comes after you. Not nice dreams. Stalker's Prime Assault Rifle. There's that. And Life-Saving Forest Scout Armor left leg. Yeah. Mutants T-45 leg. Regenerating Trapper left leg. Vanguard Sturdy Robot. Just trying to doing this very carefully to make sure I'm not scrapping my own stuff. Or not selling my own stuff. Where are we at? We have, what, about 30? 30 more? 31. So if I did find one 3-star weapon, that'd do it. That would bump me over the edge. But it kind of looks like I have the server to myself. Like, is anyone else on my team? There's one other person on my team right now. Apparently other people do not just hang out playing Fallout 76 on a Friday night. Couldn't tell you why. Seems like a perfectly good use of an evening to me. Stim packs and ammo. I think they're the ones I bought, the only legendary they had. Alright, we'll just hang out. Cool. Back home and into the basement, so to speak. Wonder, so this is going to be crazy. So trying to find the mirror ball is going to be really, really tough. I started to say this earlier. I think I let the thought trail off. You have to find Grom, and Grom only has a 10% chance of blowing through its neck makes chicken noise. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll like relive the nightmares tonight. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. No, actually, so in the dream, like again, as a probably like preschooler kindergartner was when this was. I had a lot of nightmares at the time. But the ones with this, yeah, I can remember their neck holes moving kind of like mouths or something. You know what I mean? Like it was even if I had that same dream these days, it would still flip me out, right? Like, ugh. Yeah. As much as I grew up partially like out in the country, and we were kind of left to fend for ourselves and run around and do whatever. But still, our parents had a completely different level of experience in terms of like how hard and how brash and shocking life can be sometimes. Okay. I know I'm so distracted by the chicken thing. The chicken kazoo, or whatever you want to call it. You use a chicken to make a vuvuzela, you know, those horns that, African horns that they blow at like soccer games and stuff. Okay. Let's see. Before we go in and do that, so once they start Meat Week again, like I have lots of opportunities to meet Grom and try to buy the mirror ball. Until then, I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. That said, let's see what kind of armor we need to make. So I have at least one piece that boosts intelligence. This one is not it. So first thing that came to my mind when you described it, like the sound and everything, like you kind of blow and hum through it at the same time. It's like, allow me to play you a little tune. Grabs the chicken. Oh no! Oh man. This is a really good piece of armor. I'm going to try to make a better one. We're going to try to make some intelligence armor here. And let me see if I have anything that boosts luck. I don't think I do. Like, I think I did for a while, but I think it's all probably rotted by now. Not to help the luck, but, you know, it's bourbon. Yeah, so speaking of the drinks I was talking about that I have. So wine, I know how I can make. Vodka, I know how to make. Vintage Tick Blood Tequila. Vintage Nutrashine, I think I can make. Vintage Lead Champagne. The lead champagne ones are weird. They actually make you heavier. I don't know why they would do this in the game. I have no idea how it's supposed to help anything. I'm sure it's for something. I'm sure someone way more clever than I am knows some purpose for this stuff. But if I were to drink this and then like jump off a building, I would fall. And you can tell just by what you'd fall much, much faster. Why? Like what that does for you, I have no idea. Rum. Pretty sure I can make the Rogers Reserve beer. I can make the Rat Ant Lager. I can make most of the beers and ales and IPAs and all that. What else? Mountain honey, I can't remember if I can make that. Lead champagne mimosas, so you use the lead champagne with, who knows, probably some kind of like lemon juice or something. Which is, lemon juice in this game is just acid and water. Instead of tapping on the kazoo, you close and open the chicken's mouth. Nightmare fuel, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, last week wrestling bears, this week chicken kazoos. I need to go back and like rename the videos with no explanation. Just last week we'll call bear wrestler. This week we're going to call it chicken kazoo. Got to remember to do that after the stream tonight. Oh, it's fun. But anyway, yeah, so lots and lots of different drinks that I can make. Still not as many as I'd prefer to make, but if I actually get this thing going and open it up and get some people to show up, then we'll have some drinks for them. Should probably learn some recipes, too. Shouldn't just all be booze. Like, there should be, you know, maybe should be something to eat. So, alright, so let's go ahead. I have nothing to improve my luck. Oh, well. We're going to drop those. Just right here on the floor. Spoiled meat, get rid of those. We'll eat some cobbler before it goes bad, because we don't want to waste that. We'll call it a lager, Nuka-Cola Quantum, just because. Brain fungus soup. Alright, good enough. What else do I want to make here? No, don't drop that. Oh, wait, yes, totally drop that. We don't want that. Oh yeah, the bourbon. Don't want that. Finally made it where I was going. Super duper, we'll leave that on. I think that's probably it. Sorry, still thinking of the kazoo. Every once in a while, the thought just pops back into my head. Those are going to be my last words now. Just by some twist of fate. Could be years from now. It's got to be kind of like, what was the movie? Oh my gosh, how can I not remember the name of this movie? Rosebud, you know, that's not the name of the film, but it's the famous line that this guy whispers. Citizen Kane, where on his deathbed he whispers the word Rosebud. Mine is going to be Chicken Kazoo. Okay, Secret Service armor. Secret Service chess piece. The dupe thing isn't going to work at all, right? It just doesn't work with this kind of stuff. I guess I'll leave it on there just in case. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work at all. It just, you get what you get. +1 strength. That's neat. But, yeah, we're not doing that. Need to make that into a product and sell it in a dollar store? Yeah, it would totally sell. Absolutely. You know it. It's good use for all those surplus, like, rubber chickens that I'm sure they've made in China already. Because they seem to keep making those things. Like, what use could that many, could you have for that many rubber chickens? But there you go. Alright, Secret Service armor. Chess piece. How many legendary modules? Oh, hey, that's actually kind of cool. It only takes 1? I thought it took 3 or 4. Oh, that's brilliant. That's awesome. Okay. What am I going to run out of here, actually? Adhesive is probably the main thing. Everything else I've got just a ton of. Beautiful. Great. You know, I didn't think about it. Silly me. This is how I'm going to complete that goal, too. Troubleshooters. Weightless Secret Service chess piece. Cryo resistance. Blah. Troubleshooters. Ghoul Slayers. Nothing. Let's keep trying. What do we got now? Oh, 2 of them. Oh, one of them's just the worst version of the other one. Blech. All right. Two of them now. Neither of them are very good. Okay, let's go trade those in. Where to go? We'll go up here instead. I mean, there's going to be a limit on how much. There are only so many script you can get each day. But given that I haven't hit the 150 goal, I think we're quite a ways off from the max. No? Try again. There we go. 3. There we go. 24. That's more like it. And there's another goal met. Beautiful. Or how they make pickled pig's feet. Not a lot of people have heard of those. My grandma loved those things. It's funny. Pickled chicken kazoo. People wouldn't know whether you're actually supposed to, like, just play it like a musical instrument or eat it. Like, it's just called a kazoo by coincidence. Then the lawsuits come in because now people swallow the kazoo piece and, You have to have very clear instructions. Do not eat. Not a food item. I wonder if is there a... No, it's a chemistry bench. Which of these stations has an armor bench? That would be ideal. We just kind of go back and forth for a while. Pretty sure this one has... Not that one. What about the one I was just at? I didn't actually look. Now I've lost it again. It's right there. Can't remember what's here. You can promote the thing with the Chicken Kazoo band. You can actually play polka. But also, you know, for the other fans, they do a couple, like, Metallica covers and that kind of thing, too. Really haven't heard music till you hear Sandman on the Chicken Kazoo. Inner Sandman, thank you. Did I get the name right? That is a Tinker's Bench. Still just keeps hitting me. What are you? A red hot bloom. Alright. I think I've ever seen those. Where is the legendary machine in this one? There it is. I didn't look to see. That's not what I'm after. What do they have here for the bench? An armor bench. Perfect. Which, that's what I need. Go over to the armor bench, dude. Heavy metal of the chicken disease. You can totally do it. Absolutely. Some would say the chicken kazoo is actually made for heavy metal. Auto stim. Perception, not intelligence. Dang. Unyielding. Adds luck. That also is kind of cool, but not what I'm looking for. I don't know why I'm so afraid of doing the right thing here, but... Auto stim. Nocturnal. +1 luck. Really? You can see how long this is going to take to do a whole set of armor that all boosts intelligence. This is a long-term goal. Okay, I've lost track of which is which. 2 unyielding, +1 perception, +1 luck. This is all really cool. I just don't want any of it. That's all. Try to sell it too, but actually I couldn't because it's Secret Service armor. It takes special plans or whatever, and they don't let you do that. We've got 33 script left in the machine. Getting down to it. Cloaking. Breathe underwater. Explosion damage. Who in the hell made that and for what? Like, who invented that one? +1 charisma. That's not it. Cloaking chameleon. Ammo weight reduced by 20. Oh, man. Really? Oh, I'm like... Okay, well, first things first. I'm switching out and using that one right away. Like, I'll get rid of the one I have right now. Because that one is... It's still a 3-star. What else does that do? Inspect. Poison resistance, meh. Reduces fallen damage, meh. Have I watched much of the Johnny Depp... No, I've heard little snippets here and there. I've heard bits of the testimony, but I haven't paid very close attention to it. I mean, the few bits I've heard, it sounds like a real mess, right? This one, no. I don't know what the hell that was. What I meant to do was inspect. Less explosion damage, ammo weight reduced. That was the thing. So I still blend into the environment when not moving, so I still get the sneak bonus, but now I can carry even more ammo. Like, holy crap, yes. Absolutely. That's like, I think easily 1,000 more 5mm rounds, and that's awesome. I got something out of it. I'm not going to defend the lakeside cabins. Whatever's attacking them can have them. I'm done. Spent all day watching stuff about it. So what's going on? Like, how are things playing out? Cloaking, +1 charisma. Is that the only other one then? Yeah. Let's go either sell or store the ones I've made so far. And this one has served me well, but it's time to say goodbye. I've got something better. Has a jetpack on it, but I can build that again. Before I do anything, though, I'm going to make sure that I can build that again. Buttressed, no miscellaneous. What do I need for the jetpack? Violet flux. Okay, that's fine. I need my jetpack. I'm going to have to just... I will hang on to that one. But until I actually get the violet flux, I gotta keep the jetpack. I rely on that thing too much. Okay, let's go sell the other ones. But we'll just, next time around, we'll get the violet flux. We'll add a jetpack to the new one. Accidentally sells it. Cloaking, Secret Service chest piece. Yeah, get rid of that. Exterminators. 9. Oh, perfect. Down to 0. What have I got? 268. Okay. I think we'll call it good. I'll use that as sort of my daily limit on how much of that I do. Is as soon as I've emptied the script out of the machine, we'll call it good for that day. That way it doesn't take up too much time. I don't fill up my stash box with armor, you know, that kind of thing. They don't have anything on depth at all, it seems. One of her lawyers asked a question, and when the guy didn't say anything to help his case, he freaked out. Yeah, I heard about... That's one piece... I didn't actually see it. I heard about that, though. Where he asked a question and then objected to the answer to the question that he asked. I'm like, oh, man, you're a pro. At that point, she's sitting there thinking, yeah, I'm getting my money's worth out of this guy. It's amazing to me just how bad some lawyers can be and still actually, like, not get, what do they call it, disbarred or whatever, they lose their accreditation. Oh, yeah, no, I know, I asked the question, yeah. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, and I haven't actually seen any of the news stories on it or anything. I think my daughter told me about that one. All right. Finally, for all that, let's go down. Take a look at what is in the basement. Try to rig some stuff up. And there are a couple of different things I can play with. I'm kind of wondering if there might be, besides the mirror ball, there might actually be yet another plan that I need. We'll see. So the first thing is, where is the nightclub right now? It is under the water right there. locked up, safe and secure. And here we go. So it's actually set up right now as, let's turn off the lights. It's the only thing I don't like. The lights default to on. They don't remember however you... Did they turn off? What, is it just not working now? Might be that it's just not working now. Oh well. And anytime Johnny Depp says anything at all, he says objection, and so he makes Johnny only say things that make him sound bad and won't let him explain anything about it. Jeez. Yeah, they broke the silo, apparently. None of the lights work. What the heck? What even? Anyway, so this is a sample of the kind of thing I'm setting up. It doesn't look nearly as cool as it should, because the lights won't turn off. But, so you got seats over here with the colored lights. It'd be nice if you could do nicer tables, but oh well. I started to set up a bar here. I'll worry about that later. Dance floor, trying to figure out how to get some motion in the place, right? So setting up the Coke bottle lights, experimenting with different ways to do it. Won't explain anything about it, or he only reads a small sentence in the middle of a conversation. Good grief. The heck. So, yeah, so this will be kind of the main portion of the club. This will be locked up. It goes down to sort of a club within the club called maintenance. Now, right now, this probably won't work either. Yeah, all the lights are busted. Maintenance is actually a second kind of a living space. So it's got, a bed set up. It's got the basic crafting things, But this will actually be part of the club too. I love that in here you can put these power things on the wall pretty much anywhere. So you don't have to run wires here, there, and everywhere. It's really, really cool. So the second plan that I might need, besides the mirror ball, is actually a computer terminal. I don't know that I have one yet. Let's take a look. I don't even know where that would be. Crafting, maybe, but I don't see it there. Turrets and traps. Nope. Defenses. What do you think? Did I hear about Amber? No, I did not. I did not hear about that. Oh my gosh, really? Ay, ay, ay. I can't imagine. I can't imagine, and I can't imagine having to go to these lengths to bring all this out in the open either. You know what I mean? To be able to deal with it. Where in the heck did that come from? Oh, I won't argue. Floor decor. Maybe in here. No, I had heard some of the build up to it, but I hadn't heard any of the details. She got upset with him for leaving their house because she was punching him in the face, so she did that to get back at him. Wow. Seek help, you know? Man alive. I didn't put these around. Decorate the dance floor with them. Probably, this will probably play into the entrance somehow. Just because people are, like, there are ways you can use them so that when you go into it, you, like, drop down below the surface level of the landscape. So you can, like, hide other structures. So, we'll see. Make it in one of those places where you kind of have to know someone who knows someone or whatever to be able to find it. Or not, because then no one will ever come and that would be boring. Yeah, I don't have the computer terminal either, it appears. So, really, there's kind of, this is it. I mean, it's showing it off tonight. You can see here I was kind of experimenting with, this doesn't really show up very well, though. Like I said, the whole point of these lights is really so that when you come in here, and hopefully they get the lights to where they're working again, so you can actually turn them off. But you come in here and see the dance floor, and whether there's someone there or not, you should be able to hear the music. What's that? Oh, shut down in a minute. Oh, okay. They're shutting down for, nothing says party. Sorry. I gotta learn to get through get through the whole thing. Nothing says party like a super mutant specimen tube. Well, hey, that's naturally, right? I just assumed. Oh, but not just super mutants. We have people in tubes, too. I mean, come on. Also, nothing says party like, you know, a kitten with a balloon lamp either. So, you worked with what you got in the game. They give you this bizarre assortment of things. So, retake the lakeside cabins. You know, I don't think I will, actually. Except, oh, yeah, I got a nice little rhythm going with the 2 different timers. So this, I think I'm going to scrap. They just, you don't see the motion on the dance floor very well. You do see a little bit, I guess, but you can see I was using these wires to make it look like these things were suspended, but it does not actually look like they were suspended. It looks magical at this point. Sorry, I'm just looking at what you said again. Oh. That's a good one. I'm dying to know. I can't remember what's through this door. Vault lobby. Huh. Okay, well, it's one of the other vaults. That's okay. So what I was going to do is... actually, let's just do a little cleanup. So there are these light panels that you can use... where you can program the panels to show up in a certain color, right? And so I thought, well, that could be kind of cool. I could do a little bit, sort of a simple pixelated logo or something like that. How did I get those up there? Let's see if we can attach a ladder or stairs here. But in order to program them, like I said, I think you actually need the computer terminal, and apparently I haven't found that yet, which is kind of hard to believe. I will go look. I have one place I can think of where I can go look for the plan. So I'll go look in a minute here. Whoop. So did I mention, too, that the build rules are slightly relaxed down here? So if you're going to do this sort of thing, like, way better to do it down here than to try to do this in an actual camp. Camps, you know, they got rules. They're rulesy. Down here, there. That's where I want my stairs. Damned if I'm going to let anyone tell me otherwise. Can I reach that? Okay, so we need a platform here now. You know, something just hits your funny bone just right. It would help to remove these if I was in build mode. So you only get 50 lights total, no matter what. So I need to be, that's the other thing, I have to be careful about like how I spend my lighting budget. But you just leave that there. No reason. I'll probably need that again, so we'll just leave it. little platform to do missile maintenance. But yeah, so this is going to be it. I'll probably try to build up some walls so that you don't see all the infrastructure there. But I'm going to make use of two different... the building restrictions down here are super relaxed. You have a much bigger budget, so you can do more stuff in general. Like I said, lighting and that kind of thing, you have a fixed limit. It is what it is. Make the best use of it you can, right? But yeah, you can definitely do a lot more stuff in these spaces, so should be fun. What I'm going to try to do is actually have the entry to the place be kind of a two-phase thing where you go into the first shelter and it's just like the server room. It's a very small shelter, and in there I'll probably co-opt my son's character to use his account to feed in a version of the music that's playing that is has all the high frequencies turned down, so it sounds like basically mimicking, you're hearing the sound muffled through a wall. So it'll be slightly distorted, turn down the high frequencies, and make it sound like the club is just on the other side of the doorway in there. And then, yeah, you come in here and then, like I will have to be the speaker, basically, the amp, so to speak, for the music. But I'll put out word on the Filthy Casuals Reddit and try to make an event out of it and get some people in here just to have fun. We'll see how it goes. It'll probably be like all, most of my childhood birthday parties. It'll be very sad. I'll be sitting there with a little pointy hat on, the chicken kazoo, just, playing a sad tune. But we'll give it a try. Okay, so everything combined here, given that I don't have what I need, they're shutting down the server before too long. I guess I am going to do one more thing. I mentioned that I might know where to find a terminal plan. That's not down there. I don't know what I'm thinking there. Let's go to the White Spring. And you could have a full room of party specimen tubes. Well, they give off light too, right? So, like I said, for the mood lighting, Just put little hats on top of them. And where am I going? I'm going this way. But yeah, I'll put up a sign in the entryway room that basically says, like, no guns on the dance floor, This is not a library. Mic's on. Not that I expect everyone to actually comply with that, but I want to... Well, hello. Glitch in the Matrix. But yeah, I want to encourage people to actually have their mics on so that as hopefully I get more people in the room, there's a little more chatter. Where in particular to look for this plan? What do you sell? Your medicine and stuff, right? Yeah. Nope. You see me sitting with a pointy hat, chicken kazoo in hand, sitting next to my specimen tube. Oh, that's beautiful. That's my childhood summed up right there. Oh, let's go to... Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. I think my brain is disintegrating. Excavator blood cleanse. Oh, I gotcha. It's a power armor thing. Yeah, no computer, anything. That's gonna be clothes. What do you got?
All of our trophies were bagged by guests of the hotel.
No. Oh, wait, what about you? Are you different? You are different. Oh, an Edatronic, really? Yeah, sure, why not? It's totally stupid, but it's only 200 caps, so, like, seriously, why not? T-45 armor, T-51 armor, blah, 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 blah. Nope.
This modern combat armor hardly seems sporty.
You are not going to have it, but I'm going to look anyway.
Is always in style.
Anything different? Even if it's what I'm not what I'm looking for. Anything different? Nope. That's it. Gourmet, probably not really keep computers. Raiders? Why would Raiders have computers? We'll look anyway. Nope. How about you?
Sir, may I help you, sir?
Am I going backwards now? I think I am. It's so easy to get turned around down here, at least for me. What are you? Oh, you're not even... Whoop! You're not selling anything. Nope, not you either, right? I guess we'll try. Free States, they could have it. Yeah, look at that. They have plans. Everyone stop talking all at once. Stop. Nothing. Artisans Corner, do you sell stuff? You do. No plans.
Please do not interfere with
Who are you?
security controls.
Something in gold, perhaps.
No.
Platinum?
Nothing.
We offer exceptional work from local artisans.
Well, a lot more household sort of like furniture and stuff. Oh, it's all resort stuff. I gotcha. Okay. No, I'm kind of wondering if I might need to get the computer from Grom too. We'll have to see. All right, I cannot tolerate the ticking anymore. I gotta go to have a vendor that sells jet and stuff, and then have a Dictol selling from. I like how your brain works. I like how you think about that. No, that would be really good. Yeah, we'll really just like, yeah, command dance, but, also just, I've got cheap drugs and booze. And I mean, the booze too, actually, you drink too much. It's really easy to become an alcoholic in the game. So yeah, we could totally do that. All right. Well, like I said, I'm sorry I got started late. Especially, Jamie, I know for you that it's probably super late over where you are. But I'm glad I was able to play again this week. This was a lot of fun. I've got to remember, there's a bunch of stuff I have to go through as I shut down. I got to remember to rename the streams. Bear Wrestler, Chicken Kazoo. I don't know why. It feels very important to me. Yeah, let's at least say hi to the kid. Huh.
Want to play the Unstoppables board game? It'd be good to brush up on our crime-fighting techniques.
Nah.
Another client for the inspector. What do you need?
2 a.m. Wow. Let's see what you got for sale.
Best tools for investigating.
I can't do that anymore. I do, but I shouldn't. Kind of destroys me for the next day. Oh, here, I could have just come up here and bought a bunch of, well, not a bunch of stuff, but some stuff. Cotton candy bites. Could have saved myself some time earlier. Nothing now, though. Alright, let's end the day just kind of relaxing here in the backyard. Cool. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. I saw some other comments tonight. Thank you for the follow. All I remember from your name was Squid. My apologies. I don't have a good system of... It actually gives me an idea for a feature to try to implement. Is a thing that captures a list of people who say hi or comment on the stream or who follow on that so that I have it at the ready at the end of each stream. Been looking for ideas for different tools to build, so I think that would be a good one. But I hope this was a good start to your weekend. Hope you have a great night. Great weekend ahead of you, and I will, if everything goes well, I will see you again next week. Friday, hopefully a little earlier. We'll see how it goes, though. So, take care. God bless. Have a great night. We'll see you later. Ominous ticking as I shut down the stream tonight. We'll get some music going here.
Grognak can be hard to understand sometimes.